everyone, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome back to a brand new speed build video. In today's video, we're going to be building something what I'd like to call not a old pier house. It's an old pier house in Brindleton Bay, and this is a build that I think I really like. I thought that because it's autumn season, I thought that we should build something in Brindleton Bay since Brindleton Bay looks very nice in the autumn season. And I chose to build an old pier house simply because I haven't built on this lot before, and I thought that it would be the perfect lot for an old house. So basically what I pictured that this old house is that it's been a while since it's been renovated and well taken care of on the exterior. So a family bought it and they just moved in here because they simply like the old aesthetics. When I browsed to Pinterest to look for inspiration pictures for this build, I searched up like abandoned houses, and I really loved the vibe that gave off. So I decided to build something out of that as well, and tried to make it sort of an old pier house, which is, I guess, kind of like not so abandoned in a way. It's just that the aesthetics makes it look like it's abandoned or something like that. But this old pier house has 2 bedrooms upstairs which can fit up to 3 Sims. I pictured that the family that moved in here were consisting of a couple of parents and their single child. But I really hope that you guys will like this build. If you want to download it, it will be probably up in the gallery by the time this video is up, and you can find it under my ID, which is simmerkhai. And unfortunately there will be no tray files for this house because I stopped producing tray files. Either way, I decided to make it really nice and old, even though old aesthetics is not really my I guess expertise in terms of building, but I think I really pulled it off. But let me know what you guys think of this build, if you like it or not, in the comments below. And yeah, I really like how it turned out in the end, the old aesthetics vibes, as well as I thought that it fit well for autumn season, so that's what I did. But this house doesn't have a backyard, unfortunately, because it's just a very small house. And initially I wanted to make this house kind of look red and stuff like that, but in the end I decided to make it sort of this wooden, worn out wooden wallpaper that, if you see from the werewolves pack, they have this type of wallpaper. So I decided to use that wallpaper for this house throughout the whole build and not make it too, I guess, too diverse in terms of the usage of different wallpapers. So I just decided to stick to 1 or 2 wallpapers so that it has some consistency in it. But initially, like I said, I wanted to make it like only red. But in the end, I thought that the red that I wanted to use was kind of too bright for this house and too striking, that made my eyes really like hurt or something. And so I decided to use a kind of brownish red wallpaper, and it's from the werewolves pack. Anyways, the structure of it, I wasn't really confident with the structure of this house initially, simply because the front part looks a bit weird if you see it from this view. But I decided to keep it like that, and instead of like worrying about it or something like that, I decided to just fill up the exterior with a lot of decorations in terms of ivy walls and make it look very worn out. I'm sorry if my voice is a bit raspy, I'm not so sure why, but yeah, like I said, I wanted to make it look very worn out and just not taken care of in terms of the exterior. But yeah, I decided to also use the swatch that came with the werewolves pack for the house, rooftop also. And I really love how it looks like over here. You can see it looks a bit rusty, but I really like the vibes. But in terms of the structure, like I said just now about me like feeling weird about the front part of the house, I decided to cover some walls in detail, like ivies, red ivies, green ivies from the werewolves pack, and also vampires pack, I think. Not werewolves, I'm so sorry about that, but it's from the ivies that are from the vampires pack that I use to cover up the walls to make it look less awkward and less, I guess, less making me feel like I should change it. Anyways, I also decided to try out some fencing from the werewolves pack and make it kind of look like crooked and stuff, but I didn't really like how it looks like because it looks very misplaced. So I decided to use some debug fences from the cats and dogs pack instead that will be sort of like crushed down, and they are from the debug menu of the cats and dogs pack, which you can find under live edit objects, which I will be placing soon afterwards. And over here I was just deciding whether to put the fences or not, even though initially I wanted to try to put the fences in sort of a crooked order. I guess I could have pulled it off if it wasn't that crooked. Like, there should be at least only a few crooked parts for that fencing, if you know what I mean. But I will be changing those fences to the debug menu fences from the cats and dogs pack, which I think are called beach fences. I'm not too sure. But also I decided to cover up the whole land with a little bit of bushes here and there throughout the whole premise and make it look very covered up and just very disorganized, because it is an old pier house. So I decided to make it kind of look abandoned in a sense, at the same time trying to keep it very neat and organized in terms of the placement of the bushes and whatnot. So I decided to use that, and I kind of used these pond plants that came with the base game menu, I think. So I decided to just make it look like it's some mossy stuff growing like on the house or something. So that's what I did over here, and then over here I'm just trying to place the beach fences that I talked about just now, which are from the cats and dogs pack, which really looks nice. I really like how it gives this worn out effect, and so I decided to just place them around the whole house to make it look like the house it's been a while. This house has been here a while, and yeah, the fencing just broke. Anyways, I really like this build, and the floor plan of this build turned out really nicely. I didn't really have a lot of trouble going through the floor plan. It was really easy to figure out, and it was also fun to like furnish it for the first time, because if you know me, based on my previous videos and stuff, I would say that in terms of furnishing houses, I really suck at them compared to that if I were to like do the exterior. I don't know why. Let me know what type of, I guess, builder you guys are in terms of that, like if you prefer exterior more than interior or anything. But yeah, I tried to make the interior nice, even though it's like abandoned vibes for this house, but I decided to make the interior kind of look cozy and very well taken care of compared to the exterior. And like I said, the family that lives here or moved here is really into like old vibes, but they pretty much have a good set of furniture, I guess, and not worn out. But over here we're going to be starting off with the living room, which ends up being nice. I really like how the living room turned out, and I decided to kind of clutter it in a sense that it is very old looking, at the same time preserving that coziness effect, if you know what I mean. And so I decided to use the couch that is from the cats and dogs pack, and also the corner couch that comes from the My First Pet stuff, I think. And I really like the color combination that I used over here, and I think it's like yellow and red. And I decided to clutter up this fireplace and also place like a wall decoration on the fireplace border or the fireplace wall. And how I did this is just to remove the wall that would attach a picture on it, and sort of place it using the Control 9 keys to lift it up and Control 0 to lift it down, and make it look like the picture on the fireplace is attached to it. Because if you didn't do this, the picture would be attached to the wall behind the fireplace instead, so it is not visible at all. So that's one trick that I learned along me learning how to furnish, I guess. And then over here I'm just trying to place something, which I ended up placing like a lamp from the Vampires pack, which is a pretty spooky lamp. But I thought the aesthetic fitted for this house, so I decided to use that. And then I also placed a bunch of clutter items as well as a sideway or hallway table along the walls with a series of boho looking wall decorations that are from the paranormal stuff pack, which I think really looks nice for this vibe, so I decided to put it in there. And then for the rug over here, I decided to use a different type of rug to make it look like it's very nice. Initially I wanted to use that rug over there from the base game, but I didn't end up doing so because I thought that it looked too Scandinavian or something, and so I decided to use the rug that is from the werewolves pack. And yeah, I really think it looks nice for this living room. And my favorite part of this house would be the living room, because it's the most ideal looking living room for old aesthetics. That at least that's what I think, but yeah. And yeah, this house also has a kitchen, a living room, as well as a downstairs bathroom, if I'm not mistaken, but there are only 2 rooms like I mentioned in the beginning of the video. And I pictured that like a family of 3 Sims moved here, a couple of parents and their single child. And yeah, like I said, they really like old aesthetics. And then over here is just a simple hallway that I decided to furnish and like put a bookshelf in it, sized it a bit down, and just make it look as nice as possible. Also for the exterior, I decided to include some ladders. I don't think I showed it in the beginning of the video when the structure of the house was done, but I decided to use the ladders that are from the debug menu of the Cats and Dogs pack. I think you can find them there, and you can basically like, because in the menu it shows up as like a very not really visible ladder, so if you were to pick it, you would have to like raise it up and down so that you can view the full ladder structure. But I decided to use those ladders and like place it by using the tool mod to kind of rotate it to make it look like it's slanted a bit and resting on the roofing part of the house. And I was picturing like I should put the ladders because I wanted to give it an effect that maybe someone was trying to renovate this house and they didn't really manage to complete it, so they left the ladder there somehow. But I really like that effect, and I think that it really suits fall vibes as well as spooky vibes too. Also, talking about spooky vibes, October is coming, so let me know if you guys have any build requests or anything, like maybe a witch's house or anything. And yeah, I probably can plan out like something. Anyways, over here is going to be where the kitchen is, and the kitchen ends up being pretty brown, but I really like how it looks like because the brownness of it is very, I guess, fitted in with the whole aesthetics of this build, because this build, as you can see from the exterior, is also quite brown, I guess reddish brown. And yeah, I decided to go with the flow with the inside as well, making the inside look as nice as the exterior. And for the kitchen, I decided to use some brown counters that are from the country kitchen or cottage living pack. I'm not too sure which one, but the shade of the brown fitted perfectly, so I decided to use them. And then we're going to be moving on to the second floor of the house, and we're going to be starting off with, I think, the master bedroom, because it's lagging on my side. So yeah, I think it is the master bedroom. For the master bedroom, I decided to make it as nice as possible, and I used the bed from the Granite Falls pack, which is the outdoor retreat pack, and the wooden structure of it is really nice, so I decided to use that in here. And then over here, I was trying to figure out what to place like at the corner of the room over here, so I just decided to place a chair as well as a TV stand, because this house on the ground floor doesn't have a TV, so I decided to bring it up to the master's bedroom and kind of place this TV over there so that your Sims can actually watch TV somewhere. But it's just a very simple TV and it's very old. And then this part over here is going to be the bathroom, and for the bathrooms in this house, I decided to use the bathtub that is from the Strangerville pack because I really like how worn out it looks. So I thought that aesthetic really suited this type of house because it's an old house. And then over here is going to be where the child's bedroom is. which is really simple. I didn't really do much for the bedroom of this child. Actually, looking back, it can fit up to 4 Sims probably, but I'm not so sure if your Sims can like shove into the other side of the bed if the other side of the bed is against the wall. But you can probably fit up to 4 Sims in this build because there are 2 double beds in this house. Anyways, for the porches area, it's going to be just a simple decoration. I also decided to use a rocking chair kind of at the back of the porch to make it look like it's cozy and just very nice, even though it's like kind of an abandoned house. But I really like it, and I really hope that you guys will enjoy this video. Anyways, I think that will be it for me. This is just me just putting a bunch of decoration items for the exterior because I thought that the exterior looked very empty, so I decided to put in a couple of planter boxes as well as a laundry day hamper thing. And then I will be also putting like a barbecue area on the left side of build. Otherwise, that will be it from me. I really hope that you guys will enjoy this video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I hope to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!